Hello, everybody. Welcome to this week's episode of Tiger Talk. This is the show for February 26, 2018 through March 4th, 2018. As you can see, I have my partner in crime with me, as always, Blade.
Hello.
We've got Thunder in the background, but we've got a special guest via Skype today with us. We've got Coach Baiamonte from school. Coach is one of the football coaches as well as the head middle school baseball coach. Have that right?
Yes, sir. Middle school baseball director, to be exact.
Excellent. Oh, yes, definitely. But we've got him on to talk with a little bit. It's great to have him on the show. This is a new way we're doing some interviews. That way people don't have to run around the city to jump on with us. We thought it'd be kind of fun. And I hope y'all like it. Let us know. First thing we're going to do is get to the news like we always do. Blade, take that first one from me.
Soccer update. Holy Cross defeated Beauchene 3-1 for the state championship in Lafayette.
Yay! Congratulations. Fantastic. I'm going to have a link on our show notes, guys, that is to the article in NOLA.com all about the game and their win. So you want to take the time to go check that out or check it out at holycrosstigers.com and see all the great things for their win. Very, very, very proud of our boys bringing home the first ever soccer state championship to Holy Cross. How about
it was a great event for our school.
No
doubt. Did a great job.
No doubt. Go ahead and give us the basketball update, Blade.
Basketball update. HC's playoff game against Rummel is coming up on Tuesday at Holy Cross. Get out there and support Misters Maniacs and the run for the title. And I think Rummel won both games during the district play, so a huge crowd is needed to make sure Rummel doesn't get number 3.
That's right, guys.
Is it a best of 3, best of I don't know.
They played twice during the regular season, and Rummel beat us both times.
I get it.
We want to do what we can to move further on in the playoffs, especially, we've got a basketball team that's been doing great. Coach is a big fan of the show, and we want to do everything we can to support his team. So get out there on Tuesday, guys. In other news, we've got rugby update. The rugby club defeated Germantown High School from Memphis on the 17th by a score of 31-7. Some good things coming out of our rugby team. Good to see.
I didn't even know there was a rugby team.
Yeah, no, they're doing great.
Yeah.
We have a wrestling update. Congratulations to Holy Cross wrestlers who took honors at the state meet in Bossier City. We've got Michael London was the 120-pound Division I state champion. Good job, Michael. 8th grader Jacob Frost was in the 106-pound division. He was the first finalist. Senior captain Spencer Reyes, 182-pound division, first state finalist and 2-time placer. Sophomore Caruso Signorelli, 2-time 113-pound Division I state finalist. Senior captain Jacob Spahn, 120. Jacob, I know I butchered your name. 126-pound third-place finisher and 2-time placer. Junior Logan Lacoste, 132-pound, 5th-place finisher. Junior Mason Macaluso, 138-pound, 6th-place finisher and 2-time placer. And junior Caden Mum, 160-pound, 3rd-place finisher and 2-time placer. I'm always a big fan of wrestling. I did some when I was there at Holy Cross. It is great to see you guys taking it to them and going to state. Good job. Take the next couple from me, Mr. Blade.
Bowling update. Congratulations to the varsity bowling team on their 22.5 to 4.5 victory against St. Michael the Archangel. Wow. 4.5? Is that points? Or like?
I'll be honest. I don't know how they get the overall point for bowling. I know the scores, but I assume it's some sort of average down with the number of players on the team.
Well,
go ahead and take the next one.
The academic games 5th and 6th grade team for Holy Cross placed 3rd in the President's Tournament.
So yeah, they if you want to follow, there'll be a link going right to holycrosstigers.com. You can follow all the action and all the things that they placed in at their tournament. Don't y'all have a Quiz Bowl tournament coming up too, Mr. Blake?
Yeah, actually. I don't remember the day.
We will have it on the show. It's not
I
for a few
think
weeks.
it's March 3rd. No, it's some kind of Saturday. Like, it's a Saturday coming up.
But we will definitely have all the action and info for that.
Yeah. Also, I thought they were supposed to be finished at this time.
It seems to be running a little late. Well, we've had a lot of interruptions and things going on this year, so we've got a little late breaking thing. Chris Kennedy sent me update for Holy Cross powerlifting. The powerlifting team finished third in 2018 South Regional Championship. The Tigers fall behind powerlifting powerhouses Covington High School, who was in first, and St. Paul High School, who was second. Although we fell short of our team goal, we're incredibly proud of our young men. There were many PRs, which is personal records, earned, new regional records made, and lessons that we will learn. Congratulations to all the guys. Big supporter of the powerlifting team. We're glad to see those kind of things going on. Take that last block for me, Mr. Blade.
Guys, please help us.
Yes.
We need field reporters from all teams and clubs. We need you guys to tell us the wins, losses, and fun times the group has, so we can share it with the others in the Holy Cross family. Remember, if you want your team, club, or school event mentioned on the air, all you need to do is email us at actigertalk@gmail.com or send us a message at Facebook at Tiger Talk.
Looked like Coach was trying to read over your shoulder right there, Blade. I saw that. So
I don't know. I heard some kind of beeping sound, and I'm like, what?
But yeah, guys, we're doing great. As you can see, we've expanded our coverage so much with all these other teams. That's people letting us know what's going on and filling us in. We would love to have any information on teams, clubs, and events. You send it to us, and we'll get it on the air. We would love to have y'all do that. And with that, because of things like that, we have a special guest, as you've seen. This is Coach Michael Baiamonte Jr., math teacher, varsity football coach. What position do you coach, Coach?
I coach defensive line.
Defensive line coach and middle school baseball director. Thanks so much for coming on the show and for being a guinea pig with our new method of bringing people on. So
thank you guys for having me. I wanted to come down. I think you guys live in Gretna, if I'm not mistaken.
Sure do.
I live in Ponchatoula, so it would have been a nice little ride.
That'd have been a trek. Yeah, this is a whole lot easier. And we figured this is a way that we can, everybody's got busy lives, and we can get more people on this way without them having to run all over. So. And, thunder bites sometimes, so we try not to get too many. So, well, tell us a little bit about yourself and your role at Holy Cross. How long have you been there and things like that?
Okay, so I graduated from Holy Cross in 1993. While I was a student there with a great guidance counselor named Mr. Tony Rohde, who passed a couple of years ago. Mr. Tony Rohde helped me get a scholarship to Our Lady of Holy Cross. With that, that's where I fell in love with math education. So my degree is in secondary math education. While I was in college, I stayed on board at Holy Cross and actually coached middle school sports, baseball and football, under Coach Lou Caboni for 4 years, and I did middle school football under Coach Sal Ciro. Both of those guys happen to be alums. With that, at the time, I was also driving a bus for Holy Cross. And graduated from college in 1997 with my degree and my certification in math education. At the time, Holy Cross didn't have any math openings. I took a job at Archbishop Shaw. So my actually professional teaching career started in 97-98 school year. So now I'm at 20 years in. I've been at Holy Cross recently for the past 3 years. I have a son who's an 8th grader. Who actually wrestled in a state tournament you guys referenced it earlier. And then I have a son who's also a 4th grader.
Well, he'll be moving to the main campus next year.
Yes, he's a primary kid right now, and he's actually doing a great job. Really fell in love with the school, which is important. And he'll be with us next year in the main campus. And I look forward to having both of my sons on campus. It really is enjoyable to do that. I was in public school for 12 years. I was a head football coach. I was an athletic director. I was an assistant principal. And it just came a point where it was time to come home. I really felt a calling to come back to Holy Cross, mainly to put my 2 sons in the school. Holy Cross meant a lot to me as a young man. It did a lot for me and my entire family. My dad had coached there for a while I was in school, also just dealing with 8th grade baseball and helping out with 9th grade football. But there's no place like Holy Cross. and it's a monumental task every day to go there and give the school what they gave to me, and I don't know if I can ever repay Holy Cross for what they did for me.
Yeah, that's fantastic to hear you say that. I mean, as you know, with us, Blade's a fourth generation at Holy Cross. I graduated in '85. My father graduated in '64, and I can't even remember the year from my grandfather. But we joke he was there when it was just a boarding school. It locked him in the closet. So.
I thought it was 3 generations. I didn't know it was 4.
Yep.
Awesome.
And I'm the only one who's taken who is going to graduate on the new campus.
That's right. And well, you're the only one who started all the way early. All of us went in high school, and you've had the benefit of coming in 5th. So that's pretty awesome.
Right.
Well,
it is. It is.
It's got to be wonderful coming home. I mean, coming back to that thing that you remember so fondly as a student. What's your philosophy when you're coaching the guys, and it's kind of your relationship to education with it?
Can you guys hear me? I got a little message of poor network connection. Are we okay?
Yeah, we're still okay.
Okay. Listen, I think, and this goes back to such an influence of good people at Holy Cross as a student, from Coach Lou Caboni, which is really my first mentor, being a math teacher, being a coach, to people like Miss Sue Ellen Lyons, people like Frank Canvas, Sal Ciro, Coach Charbonneau is the only guy still there from when I was a student. Now look back at what those guys did for us as young men. And look, I've been in education now, like I said, going on 20 years. We need to put more of an emphasis on all male Catholic education. I think it's an extremely great model. I think for me, since I've even was in the public school system, I never realized until I returned to Holy Cross 3 years ago, everything I did in the public school system was built on the ideals of a Holy Cross man. And there was times where I had trouble in public school in terms of trying to do right by young men. And it would come across sometimes as not being right or being a little bit too tough, but I would always go back and refer to my upbringing at Holy Cross. And listen, I think it goes back to if we're teaching or if we're coaching, it's just a stage. And I think that stage is where you're supposed to teach young men how to be better people. Like the opening line of Holy Cross, man, we are all refined gentlemen. We're nowhere near perfect. We're never going to be. But we should be working every day to be the best man we can possibly be. And if that stage happens to be through a defensive line coach or a middle school baseball director or algebra teacher, we better be teaching these young men how to be good students, good members of society, good fathers, good husbands. And that's all we're in this thing for. There's no accolades if you win more football games or if my 5th grade baseball team wins. There's no accolades there. All my kids get 100 on a algebra 2 test. It boils down to we better be focused on creating quality young men built on the ideals of the Holy Cross man. And if that's not why we're there, then shame on us.
Well, that's couldn't say it better. It's got to be. It's tough in a position like yours because there's so many day-to-day things that you need to do, but you're looking long term. I mean, you're concerned with 10 years down the line what these boys have turned to men, and that's what Holy Cross is all about. And it's kind of that difficult juggle.
Yeah, listen, teaching sophomores, I haven't had a class load of sophomores like I have now this year. I've always had 8th graders and freshmen. It's kind of been my background, my forte. But this year I have 4 classes of sophomores sprinkled with some juniors. And it's definitely a different challenge for me this year. And look, every year to teach, it's a new challenge. Kids are different every year. Classroom makeup is different every year. But it still boils down to, and I go back, and I don't know much about the business model outside of the school system, but that Holy Cross man is I think it's vital to everything that we do. It gives us the stage. It gives us, it gives us the background to say this is why. I mean, you don't have to ask me, why I'm holding you accountable in my classroom. The Holy Cross man says I should.
Exactly.
You should take intellectual perfection as an honor. And if we're not holding them to that honor, then we're not doing the job that the school did for us and that it did well before us. Mr. Charles DeGaines should say it best. I want to say this 168th class graduating from the school. So we have a monumental task every day to uphold to the standard that made Holy Cross great. We can't ever lose sight of that vision. That's what makes us who we are and what we are.
Exactly. Well, in talking to you and as I was looking at what you do at the school, one of the questions I wanted to ask is, here you teach multiple sports, and we see so many kids that play more than one sport. How do you juggle from one sport to the other, not to mention your academic work that you have to do? And then how do you deal with the kids who have kind of the same problem just from a different angle?
Well, I think one thing that's helping me right now, and I probably didn't value it nearly as much till recently, having two sons. My oldest son is an 8th grader. He's a football player. He wrestles. He's now in baseball. He's done all three. He's an honor student. And that's not me bragging about him, but I look at him every day, and he's kind of like my own little guinea pig. I kind of see what he does in order to make himself continue his success level. And I'm a big fan of multi-sport athletes. It doesn't mean you need to be great in every sport, but I think there's a time where in today's athletic world, and having a young son who's playing some travel baseball right now, our young sports, our recreation departments aren't as strong as they used to be. So you have I think you have a big lapse right now in young people understanding the value and the importance of being on a team. I think that is especially true in our baseball culture, because baseball is a sport you play with 9, and most teams today only carry 10 kids. Well, you'll never be on a football team that has, you play with 11, they're not going to carry 12. Soccer carries more than what they need. Basketball players with 5, they'll carry 10. And when you look at those kids who don't come to us with a multi-sport background, but Coach Mr. Kirkwood's one of my best friends on campus, and we talk about all the time, if you've grown up just doing one sport, what happens the day that sport's not going well? What happens if that shot's just not going in, or I'm in that slump at home plate? And if you don't have those other sports to pull from, how can you handle the adversity that your favorite sport is throwing to you? And I think there just comes a time that we'll society, definitely me, and I believe in sports. I really do. It doesn't mean that I'm no doubt a teacher first, and I believe in a student athlete. But my wife and I both believe that sports is the way that we've chose to raise our children. That we needed.
Sorry about that, guys. We're having a little cutout on his mic. Sorry, Coach, your mic was cutting out there for a second, but we definitely understand completely. It's a total package. The guys really get a little bit of all the world, and how you deal with those adversities go a long way the rest of your life.
Oh, no doubt. I mean, living through Hurricane Katrina, I think I was 29 years old when that hit. So many times I pulled on my athletic background to pick yourself up from getting knocked down and fight back. And my wife was the same way. She was a multi-sport athlete in high school. So, look, to me, kids want to be involved in something, and I don't care if it's sports, if it's the band, if it's being on our debate teams. They want to be a part of something that is bigger than just an algebra class or a religion class. And we need to service those kids in those venues and give them the opportunity to grow. And no matter where it is, whatever that venue is, we better be teaching them how to be better young men through whatever stage we set them up on, that's football, basketball, band, chorus, whatever it is. That's a commitment to something beyond the academic day. And if we're not teaching them those things, then shame on us.
Well, I couldn't agree more. I think Blade and I are very, very happy to hear the things that you're saying. It's great to have you with us. Please stay with us for a few minutes. We're going to run through some of the rest of the stuff for our show to share with everybody else, and feel free to let us know what you think of anything. First thing we want to do is mention we do have a sponsor this week, guys. Today's show is sponsored by an alum, Tiger Dad's Grass Service. That's free estimates, references available, and guaranteed lowest prices in town. You can call or text Chris from Class of 91 at 504-495-7974. He will definitely take care of you. Chris helps us out as well with a lot of the basketball information and powerlifting information, so we are glad to do him a favor there. We want to knock out some of the events we have coming this week. Blade, why don't you go ahead and take Monday and Tuesday?
The only thing on Monday is that the schedule is FGAB. First up on February, varsity baseball versus Central Baton Rouge, 3:30 p.m. at Holy Cross Park. Again on Tuesday, tennis versus De La Salle and John Curtis at 4 p.m. at the UNO courts. Let's see. Again on Tuesday, PAC open meeting at 7 p.m. in the cafeteria. And finally on Tuesday, varsity basketball playoff game versus Rummel, 7 p.m. Holy Cross at the Holy Cross main campus student center.
Like we told you guys, get on out there. They can use all the cheering section. We need that extra player with you all there so that we can take Rummel down finally. March 1st is Thursday, guys. We've got TCAC basketball kicking off at 2.
I think you skipped Wednesday.
Did I? Well, no, we didn't have any. Did I skip Wednesday?
Yeah.
I apologize. Let me back up. On Wednesday, February 28th, 9th grade retreat. I didn't want to go on a retreat. That's what it was. 9th grade retreat, 9:30 a.m. They're going over to Mendez Street by the primary campus. We also have TCAC basketball kicking off on Wednesday, 2:45 p.m. in the Student Center. And Tiger Fest planning meeting at 6:30 p.m. Holy Cross Student Center in the huddle. So parents and those who worked with Tiger Fest last year, spread the wealth, bring some friends. We can always use more help with that. Now we'll talk about Thursday the 1st. We also have TCAC basketball, 2:45 at the Student Center. Holy Cross 8th grade baseball tournament, 3:30 p.m. at Holy Cross Park. You have anything to do with that one, Coach?
Actually, my son's going to be playing, so I'm going to go out there and be a dad. I don't have to be a coach or an educator.
Excellent.
So I plan on bringing a chair, sit back and watching them play.
Don't get to do that very often, do you?
No, not enough. Certainly not enough.
Well, also on Thursday, tennis versus Brother Martin. That'll be at 4 p.m. at the UNO courts. Go ahead and take Friday and go ahead and just take Friday.
First up on Friday, baseball Monroe tournament. 2 days, location and time to be announced. And the only other thing on Friday is Holy Cross 8th grade baseball tournament at 3:30 p.m. 3 days at Holy Cross Park.
Yeah, that'll go the whole weekend for the winners. So you definitely want to stay tuned with all that. On Saturday, March 3rd, Holy Cross Lacrosse. I like saying that, Holy Cross Lacrosse. Versus Lower Alabama, 1 p.m. at the middle school field. And the Hall of Fame banquet is at 6 p.m. on Saturday at the Student Center. So I hope good wishes to everybody who's there for the Hall of Fame banquet. We've got some upcoming events coming. On March 2nd, we've got a blood drive at school. We want to make sure that we get involved with that and donate. Yep, definitely do our part. Also on the 2nd, class of 83 has a reunion. We can hope that they get everything squared away. As usual, that's the 2-day portion of that. Go to holycrosstigers.com and follow up on your reunion information for that. March 7th, that's Mr. Blade's birthday there, so make sure you wish him happy birthday. And May 19th, the class of 1968 will have their 50-year commencement celebration. That'll be a big deal, so it'll be great to see those that have made the 50-year commencement. Go ahead and take us through closing, Mr. Blade.
Remember to visit our website at www.tigertalk.us or visit our Facebook page at Tiger Talk or visit our Twitter page at Tiger Talk or email us at hctigertalk@gmail.com.
That's right. Make sure you subscribe to the show at our website, on Twitter, on Facebook, or anywhere you can find us. And remember,
We are HC.
Thanks, everybody.